Good morning. Hi, this is Travis from the National Weather Service, and this is your weather hazard briefing for Monday, February 11th. Looking at the current water vapor energy, you can see the system that impacted us yesterday has moved off to our east, and then we do have kind of a west-northwest flow setting up across our area, but you can see there is a trough of moisture kind of moving through that flow, and that's going to impact us today, mainly for the western central mountains and that upslope flow, as well as the Tetons across the Eastern Highlands and that upslope flow. And you see there's another bigger system off the Pacific coast, and this one's going to impact us on Wednesday. Looking at the model depiction, the GFS, it shows that moisture moving through that west-northwest flow and then impacting each of those areas that I mentioned, the western central mountains and Sawtooth, as well as the Tetons against the Eastern Highlands. You can see high-pressure ridging builds in on Tuesday, kind of dissipates that flow, and then Wednesday we have the next system moving in. Here's midnight into early morning Wednesday, starts to be in those same areas, western central mountains and eastern highlands, and then kind of spreads across more of the areas, but giving the other mountains more precip as well and snow, and I'll show you those amounts here in a second. And then the GF model is actually showing another system kind of moving in on Friday, but that is not what the European is showing currently, and I'll show you that here in a second. Here's the surface map for today, Monday. You can see those areas of upslope flow, and then the western central mountains and Sawtooth and the eastern highlands are the kind of the targets today. And then as far as our hazards, we do have advisories out for each of those areas for snow, and I'll show you those amounts in just a second. Here's our max temps. Looks like it's all going to be snow, just a little bit above freezing here at Burley, but still looking for if anything happens in Burley. We're not looking for anything really in Burley, but if it does, it will be snow. So you can see here's the amounts. That upslope flow 6 to 8 inches in Stanley, a little bit higher in the mountains, maybe up to 10 inches in some areas. As you look at the template here, that 8 to 12, but in general, I think it'll be around that 6 to 8 inches, with a couple areas getting up 10 to 12 inches. And then the Pine Creek Pass will be impacted, as well as the Jackson Pass and Galena Summit. As far as wind gust, it will be quite breezy today, gust of near 30. So that's going to bring some blowing and drifting snow from the snow that we had yesterday, as well as the new snow that's hitting the ground. But you can see here, not looking for much snow to actually fall in these areas here, but because it fell yesterday, we are going to be looking some blowing and drifting snow on some of these roads. And then you can see for the new snow that's falling will be kind of a high risk for the stronger winds here for the blowing and drifting snow. And then as far as you can see just very light snow lingering kind of, as that high pressure builds in, it will kind of shut off from the, particularly for the Island Park area, and linger a little bit in the western central mountains. And then a lot of this that is showing here is actually coming in very early with the next system right here. So early Tuesday, we're not looking at much, and then by Wednesday early morning or Tuesday at midnight, that next system starts impacting us. You can see as our temperatures on Tuesday do warm up a little bit above freezing for some areas, but in the mountains, of course, not. And then there's our snow totals for Tuesday. So again, some of that lingering very early on, and then it kind of tapers off during much of the day Tuesday, and then by midnight, you start to get some more that comes in with that next system. And then here's that system, kind of widespread snow across the area, heavier snow. And you can see our temperatures on Wednesday. There are some areas that might get actually in the afternoon as this comes in, might get a little bit of rain, snow mix. For the most part, models are still depicting the snow levels low enough that what should fall is almost all is snow. And here's your storm total snow for Wednesday. These lower areas, as the models kind of hone in, will change slightly, but I think they're pretty solid. You're going to see pretty significant amounts, 8 to 12, probably some localized 15 to 20 in these upslope areas across the central mountains and Sawtooth, as well as across the eastern highlands. They'll get quite a bit of snow. And then the valleys, depending on the temperatures, it may change. It could possibly get an inch more. I would say these probably are on the not going to get much lower in values, but they might go up an inch or two, just depending on the temperatures and just kind of the exact direction that storm hits as it comes in. Long term, again, here is Thursday is that system exits, and then Friday, high pressure dissipates pretty quick, and this is a really moist storm that the GFS is showing, but the European doesn't have that at all. And then you can see as we go into Friday night into the weekend, there's still some lingering snow, a couple of waves that move through, and will hit again the central mountains and the Eastern Highlands fairly well, but leave the valleys fairly shy of snow. And then if you look at the European, I just wanted to show you, here's that ridging on Friday, which holds it dry, and then here's just kind of the same weekend snow Saturday, and there's a little bit here Sunday. So European certainly doesn't have near as much snow, particularly as it goes into Friday. It doesn't have any, whereas the GFS has quite a bit. So we'll be adjusting the forecast as we move along. I just wanted to show you on Friday, it's probably 32 degrees and a little bit cooler on Thursday, and then it's a little bit warmer. It gets 36 to 38 on Saturday. All models are kind of showing that warming up. And that concludes the brief. If you have any questions, give us a call here at this number. Thank you.